you were late like everybody else getting to work here this morning, chances are you had plenty of company out there. A protest. It was nonviolent, but it made some of you very angry as you came to a stop on the major roads. Cheryl Connor joins us right now with the reason people were out of their cars. They were angry.
They certainly were, and it all comes down to funding for a jail for juveniles. Protesters want the money spent on education instead. Today, their organizer, JAMAL BRYANT, said people stuck in traffic felt what African Americans have to live through. Backups getting into Baltimore this Tuesday. You can see from our lens and from the Twitter feed of Pastor JAMAL BRYANT. A complete stop on 395 around 8:30. People frustrated, standing out of their cars. Laura MAYO was stuck.
I sat, and it took like 40 minutes to go 2 miles.
It's going down on a Tuesday. Pastor JAMAL BRYANT, who was outspoken with the uprising that followed the arrest of Freddie Gray, says he and other protesters shut down 5 exits moving into the city.
They just had an hour of what it feels like to be black in Baltimore, to not be able to make progress, not make movement, not know what's taking place ahead of you.
A few dozen people said they don't agree with $30 million in state funds going toward a youth jail instead of education. Under the plans, minors charged as adults will be housed in an existing building close to the detention center.
It allows us to use our constitutional rights to say, we need you to understand what it is to feel outraged.
The Maryland Transportation Authority police helped city police get traffic moving again.
Stopping on the interstate absolutely is illegal, stopping in the roadway, yes.
But no arrests were made. Why would those drivers not be charged?
Because they came by, the officers used their discretion, they obeyed the officers, and they got in their cars and they moved on. Traffic
was held up for at least an hour. The mayor stood beside BRYANT in the past, but today she says the protest went too far.
That's beyond reasonable protest, and we were very clear with the protesters this morning that that was not going to be tolerated.
We're demanding that those finances be placed in the education system and not in the incarceration system.
And a spokesman for Maryland Department of Corrections says the jail will provide space for the most violent juvenile offenders who have been charged as adults. It will have a recreation area and a school. He says the protest is not affecting plans to move forward to open the facility in the next year and a half. Cheryl Connor, ABC 2 News.
All right.